How's it going? This is Mike.
And this is John.
With How To War Games, and today we're doing yet another game of Kitchen Warcry over here. I'll be playing the Splintered Fang today, which I just finished up painting. I'm really excited to play them. Who are you playing, John?
I am playing the Gloomspite Gitz.
Have you played them before?
I toyed with them. I've never really had a game with them.
Okay.
But I've looked at all their stats.
And John put the team together himself and forced me to paint it, so we'll see if he can, we'll see if his little brainchild works out or not. But yeah, so let's get to it. Hello, Watchlings, and thank you for joining us in today's WARCRY matchup. Held once again in our tiny little kitchen of big battles. Today, John's Gloomspite Gitz warband is made up of a Squig Hopper boss for his leader, 3 Shootas, 2 Nettas, 2 Squigs, a Squig Herder, and a Loon boss ally, adding up to exactly 1,000 points. In his dagger, he has his Loon boss and 2 Shootas. As for his shield, he has a Squig Hopper boss leader, 2 Squigs, a Squig Herder, and a Netta. And finally, in his hammer, he has his 3rd Shoota and another Netta. As for me, my Splintered Fang warband consists of a Trueblood for my leader, a Serpent Caller, 2 Serpents, a Pureblood, 2 Venombloods with Spear and Shield, and 2 Clearbloods with Sword and Shield, equaling 990 points. In my dagger, I have my Serpent Caller and 2 Serpents. As for my shield, I have my leader, the Trueblood, a Pureblood, a Venomblood, and a Clearblood. And lastly, in my hammer, I have my 2nd Venomblood and a 2nd Clearblood. This is what our battlefield will look like today after setup. As for our deployment, we pulled Frontal Assault, which has our daggers, shields, and hammers starting on the board, setting up for a head-on collision. Today's victory condition will be the ritual. John won the roll-off and picked the defender, in which he has to place one objective on a platform and try to keep me away from it. At the end of each round, he scores D6 ritual points, -1 if I have 1 fighter, or -3 if I have 3 fighters or more within 3 inches of the objective. If he does not score over 12 ritual points by the end of the 4th round, I win. As for the twist, we pulled Sinister Bargain. Players roll off and the winner chooses a chaotic beast to add as a thrall to the warband this battle. If you're a big fan of Warcry or wargaming in general, or just looking to get started in the hobby, then please consider hitting that subscribe button and ring that little bell to get all future notifications of videos such as this battle report and much more. But enough of all that, let's get down to business. Okay, so we're about to get going here, beginning of the first round, and I have my dagger here, my shield's here, and my hammer is here. And what do you got, John?
I have my dagger on the opposite side, then I have my shield, and then I have my hammer over here, hidden behind the tree.
And we rolled off for the victory condition to see who was attacker defender. John won that, so he picked.
So I picked the...
Oh, but no, you're for your defender, right? For the objective, you put it there.
Oh, the objective, sorry, yes.
Yeah.
I put the objective here on top of this platform. It had to be on a platform, and I'm going to be the defender, so I'm going to try to hold it and keep Mike's people away from it.
Yeah.
And then the twist.
Sinister Bargain. One of us, we rolled off again to see who would get to be able to add a thrall to their party, and John won that.
And I won that too. So I picked the Raptorix.
No, that's the other guy, isn't it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I picked the Fury. What am I thinking? I picked the Fury. He's right here, and he's joining my shield.
Okay, so we'll start off by moving into the initiative roll, and John's going to roll first.
Okay, I'm going to start by rolling off for my initiative. So I got a double and 4 initiative.
Okay, now I'll roll for my initiative and see what I get. So I ended up with 2 doubles and then 2 initiative.
Okay, so for my bonus dice, I am just going to hold it. I'm going to set it over here and use it later on.
For me, I think I'm going to take my wild dice and I'm also going to set it for next round. I think we're going to be more committed for next turn, I think.
Okay, so for my first move, I'm going to use my Squig Hopper boss, who is my leader here. I'm going to move 10, which is going to put him right up here. And I'm actually just going to leave him up there for my second turn.
If he stays up there.
If he stays up there.
For my first move, I'm going to take
my little snakes here. I'm just gonna do a double move and put them right here at the base of these steps.
For my next move, I'm going to activate the Fury and fly him up to,
Oh wow, those
got
wings.
the wings. Yep, up to there.
I'm going to go with my other snakes here. I was going to double move them and get them right next to their snake pals right there.
Okay, for my next move, I'm activating my Cave Squig, and I'm going to move him around here and over here.
Right under those little things. I'm going to go with my Snake Caller here. Just going to follow those serpents, and he will land right about there with a double move.
Okay, for my next activation, I'm going to do a double move with my Squig Herder right to there.
Okay, so I am going to use my double 4 for Rush, the universal ability, on my Clearblood here with Shield. And then I'm just going to do a double move. So he's going to go from here to there, heading towards that Squig. I want a piece of that Squig, John.
So my next activation is going to be my other Cave Squig, and he's going to actually just move 8, double move, and end up right there, end of his turn.
You guys have gnarly teeth.
They really do.
Next up, I'm going to go with my Clearblood with Shield, my other one here. I'm just going to do a double move. Basically, run here, run up the steps, and I'm going to jam right in there. Yeah, I'll get him in there here in a second. Yeah, I got it.
For my next move, I'm going to move my Netta. I'm going to move him right over to here. He's going to end up right there, basically under the platform.
I'm going to use my double 5 for another rush on my gentleman over here, which is my Venomblood with the spear and shield. He's just going to do a double move and end up right next to his pal right there. Getting pretty messy in there, John. I think it's going to be a big old blood fest coming soon.
I think so. I think so. Okay, for my next activation, I'm going to activate my Shoota here and do a move of 4 and end up right here. And then I'm going to shoot this first snake right here. He has a range of 3 to 12. Okay, so my Shoota is going to attack for 2 with a strength of 3.
And my Serpents have a toughness of 2, actually.
So, freeze, 4s, 5s, and 6s.
Yeah, 3 or higher. Well, that will do some damage, I think. What we got?
So I've got a crit, which is 3, and I've got a regular hit, which is 1, so 4 total.
4, all right. Alrighty, so that leaves my Serpents with 4 health after that. Let's just say how difficult that would actually be to hit a little serpent from that far away with an arrow.
These shooters are really good.
They're super
They're
accurate.
super accurate. They are.
So next up, I'm going to take my Pureblood here, this guy with the dual wielding little daggers of death. I'm going to double move him over this way, move out of my way, finish token. I'm going to be just outside, keep just outside an inch of that Squig down there. And yeah, we'll see how tough these Squigs are to come next round, I guess.
Okay, for my next move, I'm going to move my Shoota right over to here. I'm going to shoot through the arch to the Venomblood here.
Into the Venomblood. He's tough though, so I'm not worried about him. It's not like those little snakes.
Okay, so I'm going to roll against that Venomblood. I have a attack of 2 attacks and a strength of 3.
And my Venomblood has a toughness of 5, so that's
5s and 6s.
okay.
2 3s.
Next up, I'm going to take my leader, the Trueblood, right here, and I'm just going to do a double move. No, try not to take his friend with him. Okay. And push him right there with his friends.
Okay, for my next move, I'm going to move my Shoota. I'm going to move him 4 right up to there. Then I'm going to shoot through this arch to him.
Into the Trueblood again?
Into
not
the
the Trueblood.
Venomblood.
The Venomblood, thank you. No, my guy's better than I do.
Okay, so I have 2 attacks and a strength of 3.
I have a toughness of 5.
So 5s and 6s. And I whiffed again.
Those arrows are just going bling, bling, bling.
They can hit a snake from 20 yards.
Yeah. For my very last move, I'm going to take my last Venomblood here, and I'm going to move that out of the way. And then I'm just going to jam him in this little hole here. And he's going to start sticking a spear over the back of his other guys and poke a Squig in the eye.
Okay, for my penultimate move this round, I'm going to move my Stabba with a hook net. Double activation, double move, right to there. Okay, for my last move this round, I am going to move my Loon Boss. I'm going to use my double rush.
Double, what was that?
Double twos.
Double twos, okay.
For rush. And I'm going to move him 10. Double activation. He's going to end up right, poke the sword through right there.
Awesome. All right, so this brings us to the end of the first round, and we're gonna do some rolling, aren't we, John, to see how much ritual points you're gonna earn up from this really horrific ritual that this goblin on the squig is doing, apparently.
Right.
So if I'm right, I got one guy within 3 inches, which is going to be
which
this
is
guy.
that guy on the stairs.
So it's gonna be D6 minus 1 because I have one guy within range of it.
Well, yeah, it's my roll minus 1.
All right, so what are we gonna get?
We're going to get a 6.
Oh, so it's a minimum of 1 though, so I can't.
So I get 1.
So you get 1. And
I negated your guy. That's what I was trying to do.
yeah, I didn't even have to have anyone close. That's rough. Okay, so yeah, ouch.
That hurts.
So here we are, beginning of the second round. John, how are you feeling about that roll? Have you recovered a little bit mentally?
A little bit mentally, but boy, I'd be a lot happier if I had like 5, points instead of 1.
So this is the situation, though. I mean, we've got a big pile here. It's going to get dirty.
It's going to get dirty. And there's more moving in all the time.
Yeah. And John has his guys kind of on the perimeter that he can pick shots off on me. But we'll see how it all comes together. We're going to start off by rolling for initiative, and John's going to go first.
Okay, so I'm going to roll for initiative. So I got 2 doubles, 1s and 3s, and I got 2 initiative.
And I'm going to roll for initiative now. I'm hoping for some good stuff here. So I ended up with a triple, a double, and 1 initiative, meaning John will pick what he does with his wild dice first, and I think he has 2 of them. After a lot of deliberation in my own head and doing some internal struggles, I think I'm going to make a quad, and I think I'm going to make another double. I'm not sure if making a triple on the quad would have been better, but I think I'm going to go 2 doubles and 1 quad. And John will go first.
So for my first activation, I'm going to activate my boss. I'm going to move down to step 1 so that I can engage this guy. And I'm going to do a single attack on him. And I'm also going to use my triple 1s and do Inspiring Presence.
Which is a universal ability.
It's a universal ability that allows me to, at the end of his turn, I can activate and move another person.
Who's within 6 inches, I think, right?
Yes, who's within 6 inches.
Okay, so we're just not going to actually move him. We're just going to leave him there as to not make the balancing act any worse.
It just does not look, it would not be good.
And we're just going to say he's on the first step, and then he'll take a swing at me.
All right. Okay, so my Squig Hopper boss against Mike's Clearblood, I've got a 5 attacks and a strength of 5.
And I have a toughness of 4.
So 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s.
Ouch. So that's how much?
That is 2, 2, 4, and 4 is 8.
Total of 8.
Total of 8.
And that'll leave my Clearblood with 2 health after. Oh, that's 4. Try again. 2 health, and he's falling down. And I'll fix him here in a second.
Okay, so I'm going to do my Inspiring Presence and activate for my second move this guy, and I'm just going to move him through and engage all 3 of those soldiers there.
Okay, and are you going to attack one of them?
I don't think Inspiring Presence lets you do that, does it?
You get your 2 actions still.
Oh, yeah, I do. I am going to attack. Yeah, I'm going to attack.
Who are you going to attack?
I'm going to attack the Clearblood in the middle here.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to use my Cave Squig into Mike's Clearblood over there, and I have an attack, 4 attacks and a strength of 5.
And I have a toughness of 4.
Here we go.
3 or higher again.
I got a 3 and a 5.
So that'll be
2, 4.
4 damage. That leaves my Clearblood with 6 health afterwards. For my next activation, I'm going to take my Pureblood here, the guy with the little double weapons, and I'm going to attack into John's Squig that he ran into all my guys. And we'll see what I can do to him. So I'm going to start off by using my triple 3 for my double 3 for poison weapons, which is basically it makes it so that it counts my strength as being higher than John's toughness, so I'll have to roll 3 or higher on my attacks.
Okay.
I get 4 attacks, and I'll just have to roll 3 or higher because it doesn't matter what your strength or my toughness is.
Okay.
Rolling for it, 3 or higher. And that's going to be a crit for 4, 5, 6. And then one more round of attacks I get. And that's going to be another 4, 5, 6.
That leaves my Cave Squig with 3, not 5, 3, come on dice. 3 health.
Oh man, I worked him pretty good.
Yeah. So for my next activation, I'm going to activate my Loom Boss, who has a 2-inch range. I'm going to double attack Mike's Venomblood. Okay, so 2 attacks into Mike's Venomblood with 4 attacks each and a strength of 4.
So I have a toughness of 5.
So let's see.
5 and higher, right?
5 and higher. There's 1 hit.
For 2 damage, I think it was.
I think he has 2. Let me double check. Yes, 2 and 4 were crits.
All right, so one more go.
So that's 2 and nothing.
So 2 damage total. That leaves my Venomblood, the spear and shield right there. Oh, not 20. I wish it was 20. Okay, 20 again. 8. For my next activation, I've decided to go with my Clearblood, that one right there. I'm going to do a double attack into this Cave Squig that's already been injured by my other guy from last attack. So I'm going to start off by using my double once again for poison weapons so that I can basically make my strength higher than John's toughness on that Squig. I think I'm going to need it to be able to get through him. And then I'm going to do 2 attacks, or maybe only 1. We'll find out here in a sec. But I have to roll 3s or higher because I'm basically negating his toughness. Oop. So that's going to be 1, 2 damage so far. And then 1 more attack. I just need 1 more 3 or higher to put that Squig down. And I get it.
Okay, so time for me to get my Cave Squig out of there. So I'm just going to use this so I don't knock everything over. And he's gone.
That was a good use of a tool.
Right? Okay, so I'm going to activate my Shoota, and I'm going to shoot through the arch into his Venomblood.
My Venomblood, trying to take him down, huh?
Trying to. I'm going to have to wheedle him down. Okay, so my Shoota has 2 attacks and a strength of 3.
And my Venomblood has a toughness of 5.
So 5s and 6s.
You 2 shots at it. Oh, a 6.
There's a crit, so that is 4.
Ouch.
Oh, sorry. That is 3.
Okay.
Yeah. And I got another roll and a 5, so you got 4 against him.
Total 4?
Total 4.
Okay. So that's going to leave my Venomblood right here with 4 health. And my line's starting to fill a little bit now.
Yeah, my guys are slow but steady.
My next move is I'm going to take that Venomblood that just got kind of punctured by that goblin who was angry for whatever reason. He's going to do a move. He's going to stay outside 1 inch but within 2-inch range of his spear, and he'll take a jab into that Squig. So my Venomblood gets 3 attacks. I'm not doing anything special with them. He has a strength of 4 to a toughness of 4. So it's going to be 4, 5s, and 6s. Ooh, I got a crit, so it's going to be 4 damage, 5, 6, so total 6.
Okay, that leaves my Cave Squig with 9 health.
And a down
kill
tree.
The tree. So for my next activation, I'm going to activate my Cave Squig, and I'm going to move him in within 1 inch of Mike's Venomblood and attack him.
Hey, you're making really good use of that little measuring thing.
Yeah, I found many purposes for that.
It's a multi-purpose tool.
So it is. Okay, so I have 1 attack. I have 4 attacks and a toughness of 5.
Okay, and then
Sorry, strength of 5.
Strength of 5. I have a toughness of 5, so
4, 5, and 6.
Oh. Oh, a crit and a regular hit. So
Crit and a regular is 6.
All right, so total 6. So it's,
and I think that's enough.
he lived a good long life. Actually, it wasn't very long, but he did what he needed to do, I think. And that puts down my Venomblood. So we each have 1 person down. Next up for me, I have decided that I'm going to go with my Venomblood here. My other one that's not dead. And I'm going to use my quad 5s for Rampage. And that's basically going to be a bonus move and then a bonus attack, and then I should be able to do 2 extra attacks. So I will move 4 right here. I will stay outside of 1 inch, but within 2 inches of that squig, and then I will do 3 attacks into him. Okay, so my Venomblood gets 3 attacks. I'm going to go with my bonus attack action first from Rampage, and I'll get 2 regular attacks for my normal activation attacks. So strength 4 to a toughness of 4. All right, so 3 attacks 3 times. And that'll be 2 damage for the first one. Just need some crits here. There goes 1, so that's 4, 5, 6 more. And then 1 more go. And yeah, that'll probably put him down.
Oh, definitely.
All right, so
more than enough.
The Venomblood takes down the squig.
Okay, so Mike killed my cave squig, so I'm gonna use this handy dandy tool and drag him on out of there. He's dead.
Those tight little spaces are interesting. Well,
Yeah.
I did my first goal, which is to get rid of those cave squig, because man, they are scary.
They're powerful hitters. Okay, I'm gonna use my Shoota and shoot back into the snake.
My poor serpents. You can try to take them down before they can
I'm gonna
slither
try
away.
to take him down, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so my Shoota has a 2 attacks with a strength of 3.
And I have a toughness of 2 on my serpents.
So
There
3s,
you are.
4s, 5s, and 6s. 2
Wow.
crit.
You
That's,
know, do you ever go any game without rolling 2 double 6s? I think the last 2 games in a row you died to me.
I think I have. So that's 6, and that's going to be enough to kill him right there.
All right, and we'll see if you can put a shot at something else after that. So that brings down my first little swarm of serpents there, and ouch.
Okay, so I actually cannot see the snake or the snake charmer there because of the wall and because of my net guy. So I'm actually going to make a move. I'm moving 4 inches, and that puts me right there. And I'm going to continue on my next turn.
For my next activation, I'm going to go with my Trueblood, my leader here. I'm just going to do 1 move right to there, and then I should be within 2 inches to attack the loon boss. So for my Trueblood, he gets 4 attacks at strength of 4, and we decided that because it seems like John would get cover because he's within a half inch of this object, and I'm attacking through at it. So we're going to go ahead and assume that that means he has cover, and he'll have an extra toughness. So will that bring your toughness to?
That brings my toughness to 5.
5. Okay, so it's going to be 5s and 6s. Let's see. That's going to be 2 damage, and that's it.
So that was 2 health for my loon boss. That leaves him with 18 health.
18.
Okay, for my next activation, I'm activating my Squig Herder. Since all the squigs are dead, he has no other purpose in infantry now. I'm going to activate him and move him for and attack my snakes.
Okay.
Right there. Okay, so my Squig Herder has a strength of 3 attacks and a strength of 3.
And my serpents there have a toughness of 2.
So 3, 4s, 5s, and 6s. So they all hit. They're all 1 point each. Yes, 1 point each.
So total of 3.
Total of 3.
So that leaves my serpents with 5 health after that. Next up, I'm going to go with my, I think it's a Serpent Caller, right? Serpent Caller, yeah, Serpent Caller. So he's going to move around his snakes here, and then he's going to go ahead and do an attack into the Squig Herder. So my Serpent Caller will get 4 attacks at a strength of 4.
To a toughness of 3.
All right, and this is me using my melee, which is way better than his range. His range is not very good. So it's going to be 3 or higher. Oh, goodness. I'm only going to get 1 hit for 2 damage.
That leaves my Squig Herder with 6 health. Okay, for my next activation, I'm going to activate my my netter right here. I'm going to move him 4, which will end him up right around there. He's going to attack the snakes, and then he's going to use my double 3s
Okay.
for the ability Barbed Net. which if I roll a dice, I'm going to roll a dice. If it's 3 or higher, it's going to lock the snakes in place, so they're not going to have a
All right, just roll that dice now and we'll see what you get. So 3 or higher, right?
Oh, I got it too. Oh, well.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, so my Netta has 3 attacks with a strength of 3, 2.
A toughness of 2.
So 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Oh, we want to re-roll that one?
I better
Thank
re-roll
God.
that one. Yep. Still a
Still
2.
2.
All right, so I got 1 hit
For-
for 1 point.
For 1 damage. So that will take my snakes, or serpents, down to 4 health. Next up, I'm going to go back with those serpents and I'm going to attack into the Squig Herder who has 6 health left. I'll do a double attack into him. Or unless I kill him on the first time, then I'll do 1 attack and do something else.
Okay.
So my serpents get 5 attacks, which is pretty awesome, at a strength of 3.
To a toughness of 3.
On the
Squig Herder?
Squig Herder. Okay. So that's going to be 4 or higher, right?
Yes.
4 or higher. Oh boy. So that's going to be 4, 8, 9, 10, which
Well, that's enough to kill him.
enough to kill him the first time, and then I'll figure out what else I want to do with it. That was unexpected.
So Mike hit my Squig Herder for 10, and he only had 6 health left, so he is dead, and I'm going to take him out of there.
Later.
So for my next activation, I'm going to move my Fury down here onto the steps and attack Mike's Clearblood here.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do that off camera though, because I'm sure it's gonna
Yeah.
go really poorly as we try to move everything.
Definitely. So this is what it looks like after the movement. My Fury here has moved down, and he's going to attack Mike's Clearblood right there. All right, so I am going to attack. I've got 3 attacks and a toughness of 3 to
Or you have strength of
a strength of 3.
to a toughness of 4 on the Clearblood. So
So-
I have a wonderful shield. So this is a
Yes.
lot of holds on this, because if you kill him, then I don't
Yes.
get to reduce you by 1 for
Yeah.
the thing, because I think that.
Yeah, but I'll probably just roll a 1 anyway, so
Oh yeah, I probably should attack with him first, because now he probably die without an attack. But
I'm hoping.
all right, let's
All
do
right,
it.
so here we go.
Oh, you did it.
I did it. I got a crit.
So how much damage is that?
That does 2, which is just enough.
Oh my god, it is exactly enough. All right, dead. So this is what it looks like. My Clearblood is now dead, and John controls this step, which I'm sure he's very happy about.
Yeah. Okay, for my next movement, I'm going to activate my Shooter over here, and I'm going to move him to here, and he's going to shoot through the arch and hit the Clearblood. Okay, so my second activation will be an attack against Mike's Clearblade. I'm sorry.
Pureblood?
Pureblade.
Pureblood.
Pureblood.
I think. Pureblood. Pureblood. Yep.
Pureblood. All right.
Okay.
There we go. So I have 2 attacks and a strength of 3.
I have a toughness of 4.
So I'm looking for 5s and 6s. I want a 5 and
Oh
a
my
6.
goodness.
Well, 6 and a 1 will work. So that is 3 damage.
Ouch. So that takes my Pureblood down to 3 health.
Okay, for my last activation, I'm going to move my Netta right here. I'm going to move him up into here and get within an inch of Mike's Clearblood.
Pureblood.
Pureblood.
So many bloods.
So many bloods. Too many bloods. And no crips. I'm going to get him within range of Mike's Pureblood and attack him. Okay, so I have 3 attacks at a toughness of 3, a strength of 3.
And I have a toughness of 4 on the Pureblood. We'll see what this Netter can do.
5s and 6s.
All right. Oh my goodness. What's that last one? Move it up.
That's a 3. I'm sorry, you can't see that. That is a 3. All right, so that is 2 damage.
Oh, that's enough to let him live by 1. And that brings my Pureblood down to 1 health. 1 little health. He barely made it. So this is the end of the second round. We've done all of our movements. John, I lost 3 guys. How much have you lost?
I've lost 3 also.
All right, so I'm down a Venomblood, a Clearblood, and a Serpent.
And I'm down to Cave Squigs and Squig Herder.
At least they all died together.
Yes, they did.
All right, so anyways, it looks like we were measuring everything out. I don't have any guys within 3 inches of the objective, which is right there. So John just gets D6 ritual points. He's hoping for better than 1 than last time.
Yes, I am.
So you just roll it, John. You don't want to win this one.
I don't know that I can now.
Yeah.
2 6s if you aren't within 3 inches, I can do it.
Wow, yeah, so all I have to do is be within 6 inches next time, and then you
3
can't do it? Or 3 inches next
Yeah.
time with one person?
Yeah. Then I couldn't do it.
Woo! I'm sorry, that's just luck of the dice.
If you guys remember the rules, it's like by the 4th round, if I don't have 12 points, Mike wins.
Yes, indeed. All right, well, let's move on then.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Let's do it.
All right, beginning of round 3, John went and had 3 beers to try to
Ease the
soften the
pain.
blown. Yeah, but yeah. Oh, it looks like we had to clear some things here in a second too. We forgot to remove all the X's.
So if I'd rolled right, I'd have 11 now. Instead, I have 2.
2, yeah. It's looking pretty grim for John right now, but there's always a chance of coming back. So we're gonna push for it, and we'll start off by doing what? It's called the initiative roll. And
The
John,
initiative roll.
John will go first.
All right, here we go. Initiative roll. I need 6 dice. Sorry about that, people.
All right, 6 dice.
So I have double 2s, double 6s, and 2 initiative.
Okay, now for me in my initiative, I just a lot riding on this. I feel like. So I ended up with a triple and 3 initiative, which means I'll pick what I do with my wild dice first. I decided I'm just gonna make add it to my initiative with my wild dice to make it so I have 4, so that John can't take the first turn from me, and I'll go first.
Okay, so for my bonus dice, I'm going to add it and make triple 6s.
Oy, triple 6. That probably can't be good for me. So for my very first move, I decided that I think I'm going to move my Trueblood, which is my leader, to right here, and I'm going to use his my triple 5 is a double for ensnaring net, which allows me to stop the goblin boss here from moving. If you remember, I think
He's down on the first rung. He moved down one to attack the next guy that was there.
yep, so he's there. So he's going to use that on the boss there to make it so that he can't move or disengage this turn. I'm hoping to kind of eliminate him from the equation and just hold him up there and stick him there. The other option was to do a double attack with my Pureblood into the goblin down there with Net and hopefully eradicate him before he got killed. But I think that I'm just going to have to take that loss and let John beat me up. But after that, I did my move. I used my ensnaring net on the boss here, and then I'm going to do 1 attack into the Fury. My Trueblood gets 4 attacks at strength of 4
To a toughness of 3.
on the Fury. Okay, so that's going to be 3 or higher. And that's going to be, wow, yeah, so that's going to be 5, 10, 11, 12.
Well, that's more than enough to kill him.
Oh, how much health did he have?
He has 8.
Oh, wow, I didn't realize he had so little. So I'll take him down.
So Mike's leader takes down my Fury. He's gonna,
Take the stairs with them.
he's
Whoa,
gonna
goodness.
take the stairs with him. We'll take him out and, now he wants to come out. We'll take him out and show you later. Okay, my next activation, I'm going to activate my Netta. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my double 2s, and I'm going to use them to toss my barbed net at Mike's snake charmer. And
Oh, revenge. Revenge net.
Revenge net. Will also keep him from getting within 3 inches of that objective.
Okay, so you have to
Right.
roll for...
So I have to roll for that.
All right.
Okay, so here I am. I've got to roll 3 or better to see if that net works.
Oh, it does!
And it does. Now I have 2 activations. I'm going to actually attack into the snakes and try to kill them. And if I do, I'm going to use my second activation on my snake charmer, serpent charmer. If that doesn't work, I'll do 2 attacks into the serpent.
All right, and my guy is locked down right here, so the Serpent Caller is locked down, so he's kind of out of the scenario as well. Minus attacking, I guess.
So I have 3 attacks with a strength of 3.
And I have a toughness of 2.
So
On my
3s,
serpents.
4s, 5s, and 6s.
Okay. Get that.
Oh, and this one's a 1.
Okay, so that's how much?
That's a crit for 2 and a hit for 1.
Oh, so he does have 1 left, so that means you have to do the other attack into him.
I do.
Sorry, John.
That's okay. That's okay. The other guy's not going anywhere.
That's true.
All right, here we go.
1,
Into
3 or
the
higher.
Serpent.
And you do
So
it.
I did it. Yep, 2 hits.
So that takes down my second serpent, and he is gone. as for me, I'm now going to go with my Pureblood before he's dead because he only has 1 health left. I'll attack into the Netter. I'll see if I can kill him with 1 hit and then move in, but most likely it'll take 2 shots or 2 rounds of attacks on him.
Probably
So
take 3 or 4.
Oh,
Of course, the way you roll, you might do it in half.
yeah, I'll just roll all 6s. So my Pureblood gets 4 attacks as strength of 4.
To a toughness of 3.
So that's going to be 3 or highers. And that's going to, well, I did 1 crit for 4 damage so far, and then 3 misses. And then I have to try to kill him, come on! Oh, so that's going to be another 2, 4, 6 on top of it.
All right, 6, and how much was your crit?
4.
That's 10, and that's more than enough to kill him. Okay, so my Netter is dead. He's going to exit through stage right and come on over here with my Squig Herder.
I'm going to pull all that guys through that little chamber there.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to activate my
Loon Boss.
Loon Boss. Thank you. And he's going to move through this door. He's going to move right in there. He's stuck in the door.
Swing on
We'll show you in a second. He's going to be in here to block. There he is. To block these guys from getting within 3 inches of the objective, because they're all would have to break and then move and not do any attacks. And they're further than 3. Okay. Okay, so I'm actually going to attack Mike's Venomblood with my second activation. The reason I don't attack this guy with 1 health is because if I kill him, then Mike would easily be able to break in, move in here, or move someone in there. It would be a lot easier for him to get within 3 inches of the objective. The only reason I moved the Loon Boss there was to stop that. So I'm going to leave this guy here as a block, and these guys are done, so he's basically blocked all the way around here, and I'll hopefully kill one of these guys. Okay, so I'm actually going to attack Mike's Clear Boss instead of the Clearblood, instead of the Venomblood, because his toughness is more in line with the Loon Boss's strength. They're both 4. So I've got 4 attacks and a strength of 4 to Mike's.
I have a toughness of 4, but are you going to use your triple?
Oh yes, I am using my 666s.
As a double, I think.
As a double for onslaught, and that will actually give me 1 more attack dice. So it's going to be 5 attacks.
Strength of 4.
Strength of 4 to toughness of 4.
So 4 higher.
4 higher. I only got 1.
Oh, you only got 1 hit?
1 hit out of all that.
4.
Yeah.
How much damage?
That
2, I
is 2. Yeah, it's 2 and 4 on him.
So that will leave my Clearblood with 8 health after that. Next up, I'm going to go with my Venomblood, and we did a lot of precise measuring, but basically he's going to disengage off this way. He would be able to be within outside an inch of the Shoota here, and then he would move and get just inside of this little banister, I guess it is. Arch. Yeah, right under the archway, and he would be right in the zone to be able to get in the way of that objective.
Be within 3 inches of it.
Yeah, so whew. But I think he's gonna take a lot of bowfire after this.
He is. He's going to take some shots.
But that's his turn.
Okay, so I have my archer here. He's definitely within 12 inches. However, Mike is within an inch of cover, so he is going to get an extra strength.
Toughness, I think.
Extra toughness when I shoot him with my bow and arrow.
So you're gonna shoot at him.
I'm gonna
2 shots into him.
2 shots into him. Okay, so my archer has a 2 attacks at a strength of 3.
And my Venomblood has a toughness of 5 usually, but because he's in cover, he has toughness of 6. But
So I need 5s or 6 to hit.
perfect.
So the first bow shot gets a 5. So that's going to be 1.
1 damage so far.
1 damage, yep. The second bow shot gets another 5. So 2 damage against his Venomblood.
That will leave my Venomblood with 8 health after being shot twice by that nasty little goblin. On my next attack, to follow up with all that, I'm going to take my Clearblood and just do 2 attacks into the Loon Boss. Probably not going to do a whole lot of damage to him, but I can hope. My Clearblood gets 3 attacks Oh, actually only gets 2 attacks. 2 attacks. Strength of 3.
To a toughness of 4.
So that means it's going to be 5 and 6s. Oh, this is what it's like to be one of those archer goblins.
Like what?
And I get
like
one more
what-
go.
What's like for me?
Nothing. Both nothing.
Whiffs. I'm going to use this archer, this Shoota, and I'm going to actually attack him. The problem is I'm less than 3 inches. And my range is 3 to 12. So I've got to move back. So I'm just going to move back more than 3 inches so I can shoot that guy with one shot.
Yeah, we didn't realize he was so close at first, but sometimes that's just how it is. You got to backpedal.
It was good planning for you.
Yeah, totally.
Good accidental plan. Okay, so my archer has 2 attacks and a strength of 3.
And my Venomblood has a toughness of 5.
So 5s and 6s.
What is it going to be? Oh my god,
Crit?
6, of course.
And then miss. So that is going to be 3 damage. 3 more damage.
You're pushing it.
I'm trying to kill him.
So that brings my Venomblood down to 5 health. It's getting close on him. I'm not too excited about it. I'm going to go with my Serpent Caller, which is my only activation I have left. And he's just going to double attack into this little Netta person who I'm kind of upset at because I'm stuck in a net. And maybe my snakes will get through that net and like bite you and poison you a bit or something.
Probably not.
Yeah, I mean, that's the plan. So I'm going with my melee weapon profile for this Serpent Caller. He gets 4 attacks, strength of 4.
To a toughness of 3.
On that beautiful little netting goblin. And it's going to be 3 or higher. See if I can take out some aggression. So that's going to be 4, 5, 6 so far. And we're going to go one more time. And that'll be another 4, 5, 6. Ooh.
7, 8.
7, 8. So I think that's enough to take him down.
That's more than enough. Okay, so that was enough to take my Netta down. He is out of there.
Man, I'm feeling good about killing all those guys.
I like killing things, but
Do you not like being killed?
I don't like being killed. It's going to make me war cry.
Oh, don't.
So I have 2 more activations. I have my boss up there, and I have this shooter down here. I'm actually going to move this shooter if I don't move the tree. I'm going to put a finger on the tree. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to move this shooter 4 inches. He's going to end up right about here. He's going to face that guy and shoot him.
So just shoot into my Serpent Caller?
Yep.
Which is that one right there.
My shooter has 2 attacks at a strength of 3.
And my Serpent Caller has a toughness of 4.
So 5s and 6s. And I whiff. Okay, my final activation is my Squig Herder boss. He is,
Or Squig
right?
Hopper.
Squig Hopper boss. That's it. He's sitting up there, and he is tied with the
Ensnared net.
snared net. Yeah, so he's not moving. There's no one within range to attack. So he's just going to do a double weight and end his turn.
And that'll end the round then, right?
That'll end the round.
So that brings us to the end of the 3rd round. John, you can point out that I have the
Yep.
one guy within 3.
So Mike has a guy here within 3 of the objective, which is going to subtract 1 from my D6 roll. And I'm going to roll now.
So you need...
So I have 2. I need to have 12 before the end of the 4th round, or Mike will win. So that means I need to get 10, 11, or 12 on the next 2 rounds, which means I need to roll a 6 on this one
to be able to get 5.
to be able to get a 5, and a 6 on the next one, or a 5 on the next one to win. So if it's anything under a 6 or a 5 on this round, it's over.
It's a 4.
It's over. We reread the victory card, and the results say that I have to score points exceeding 12, which would be 13 or higher, by the end of the 4th round, or Mike wins. My first 2 rounds, I only got 1 point each, so I'm at 2 before entering round 3. And in this round, I rolled 4, but Mike has a guy here, so this is actually going to become a 3, which means I will have a total of 5 points, which is not enough to get me to 13 in this last round.
Because you need how much more?
I wouldn't have needed 8 more. So, and that I just can't
How
do
many?
that
How many
unless I'm
sizes?
rolling an 8-sided die.
Oh, okay. So we only have a 6-sided dice.
Yes, we only have 6-sided dice.
Oh, okay.
So, well, I have an 8-sided somewhere. So anyway, the truth of the matter is I cannot win this one. So by default, Mike wins.
Yeah, it was I got to say that it was a lot closer than what the score leads it to believe. It's just John rolled those 2 ones.
Yep.
And I just lucked.
I
And
literally,
John-
if I had rolled 2 6s, I would only need a 1.
Yeah.
If I had rolled anything
in between.
more
Yeah.
than a 1, like a 3,
Yep.
I probably would have been able to pull it out of my head. But it did not happen. So congratulations, Mike.
Thank you. What did you think about the Gloomspite guy? And the team you put together.
I'll be honest with you. When I started this and when I looked at this team, I thought it would be hard. I thought it'd have a lot more difficulty. But the 2 things that, because they have low strength, low toughness, and they don't do a lot of damage. They do okay, but not a lot. But their numbers make up for it. They have really low point totals, so you can add a lot of them to your team. I think once I won the twist card and had the Fury here, I actually had 11 people on my team. Mike only had 9. That helps.
Yep. That and those goblins just had shooting on the perimeter, shooting into it. Like they didn't necessarily.
And that's the other thing.
They didn't
Those
do
shooters,
a lot of damage, but they did enough that it was annoying.
When it lowers a guy from 8 to 5, then one of my infantry can be in there and just take out 5 points.
And if I didn't get rid of those squigs on so early on, I think that they could have done a lot of damage. But I went for them right away.
Yeah, I think I probably would have played them a little differently if I had played them before.
But yeah, and then for the Splintered Fang, I really like the Splintered Fang because they're for a double you can make it so you can eat through anybody's armor, and that's amazing.
Yeah, that really is.
It's so cool, and they have pretty good toughness, and they just have some good abilities. And using that net to hold John down in the last round played into my favor too. But yeah, it was a really good game. I had a lot of fun, as I usually do. If you enjoyed this, please hit that subscribe button. Maybe give some
thumbs up
and comment down below what you thought about the match. Also, if you are interested in supporting our continued content creation, you can always swing over to our Patreon as well. For about $6 a month on average, you can help us keep producing new content and having fun. And maybe one day we'll make it a full-time gig, but who knows. But either way, thanks for watching and have a good one.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.